3-day water fast will trigger a cascade of healing processes in your body. This information will shock you because it's far beyond weight loss. In this video, I will share with you the science-backed benefits of doing a 3-day water fast that your doctor will probably never tell you about. So stick around to the end, but before we get started, I'm Dr. Nick Zyrowski, and as always, it's a pleasure hanging out with you in today's video. And I want to point out before we dive in, at the end of this video, I'm going to cover what to consume during a fast, who should not fast, and what supplements you can take while you're fasting. So we'll get to that at the end. Before we do, I want to point out, I run a VIP community online called Health Club. Health Club includes monthly meal plans. It shows you guides to how to properly fast. Also, I drop new videos in there that you won't find anywhere else that are going to teach you how to transform your health using the clinical tips that I use every day in order to get people healthy. So if you want to join a VIP community of natural health enthusiasts and transform your health and do it naturally, go ahead and click on the link in the description below and join me in my community called Health Club today. I look forward to seeing you there. Let's talk about one of the first science-backed benefits of doing a 3-day water fast. Now, imagine if I told you there was a pill that you could buy, and when you bought this pill, it was gonna go and clean up broken down bad cells, cancerous cells, recycle them to make new healthy cells. Imagine how much that pill would be worth. Well, guess what? It's all free because your body does this on its own. It's called autophagy. And when doing a 3-day water fast, your body is going to activate this process called autophagy. As I said, it's going to break down and recycle old damaged cells. This is going to help you prevent cancer. It's going to slow aging. It's going to lower inflammation. And this is going to be that internal cleanup in your body, and your body will do this on its own during a 3-day water fast. Now, the other thing that will happen is you're going to have improved insulin sensitivity, right? We hear about all of these individuals in the world suffering from insulin resistance and needing medication. What if your body could heal on its own from this? Well, it can. During a 3-day water fast, your body is going to have the insulin levels drop. There's no sugar coming in, there's no food coming in. Insulin levels drop dramatically, and this is going to reverse insulin resistance. This is going to stop the weight gain and help you lose weight. This is going to help you reverse type 2 diabetes. This is going to reverse fatty liver disease. This is incredible. You know, in me personally, I've been fasting for over 10 years, and this has always been something that's been such an important process in my own healing journey. Whenever I have health issues and symptoms pop up, I always revert back to fasting. It's one of the most powerful things you can do. Sometimes I've had skin rashes flare up. I fast, it solves those. I have different symptoms of pain and discomfort and irritation in different ways, or my brain's not functioning as I wish it would. I fast and it helps solve these problems. So I always look at fasting as a healing tool that is so important in my own personal health journey. And I think that you're going to really want to consider it after you get done listening to this video. Now let's talk about your brain health. This is really important. If you want to increase mental clarity, if you want to help repair and restore your brain, a 3-day water fast is going to be a great answer for you. After about 24 to 48 hours of fasting, your body's going to start using ketones for energy, for fuel for your body. And as a result of this, these ketones are going to be a very clean burning energy source that's going to help you with your focus, your mental clarity, and also your mood. When you're fasting, beyond the ketones for your brain, you're going to get the benefit of something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This is going to support neuroplasticity in the brain and brain healing. This is why when you do a fast, you're going to find that your mood's better, right? Less anxiety, less anger, just overall more positive. You're going to find that your mental clarity goes up, your cognitive performance goes up. I will tell you that after I do a 3-day water fast, sometimes it's just like such a good reset button for my brain, and I feel so good from it. And so if you're somebody who is trying to improve brain health or really help with some brain issues that you're struggling with, fasting's a great option. You're also going to burn fat, and who doesn't love this, right? Because when you're fasting, the glycogen stores are going to become depleted, and after about 24 hours, your body's going to start burning that fat for energy. So the good news about this, when you go into deep ketosis, you're going to get that accelerated fat loss. And while you are fasting, your body preserves muscle tissue. So you're not going to be burning muscle for energy. You're going to be burning fat for energy. That means the fat around your waist, the fat on your arms, all that fat that you're really trying to get rid of, it starts to disappear quite rapidly when you're doing a 3-day water fast. You know, I've done videos in the past where I've actually done scans, body fat scans, pre and post fast, and I've lost multiple percentages of body fat points just from doing a fast alone, going from 18% body fat to 15% body fat in just a couple days. So your body turns into this fat burning machine, and you will have noticeable difference from the day you start to the day you end that fast when you look at your body in the mirror. So that's also really incredible. Like I said, who doesn't love that? You're also gonna find that while you're doing this 3-day water fast, aches, pains, discomforts, they start to go away. You know why? Because you're lowering inflammation. When you're fasting, you're going to start suppressing pro-inflammatory cytokines in the body. This is going to reduce symptoms. So if you have, let's say, an autoimmune disease, if you have arthritis, if you have asthma and just chronic pain in your joints, you're going to feel so much better after you do this fast. You'll also notice that your skin gets clearer, your digestion gets better, and so much more. So this is another huge noticeable symptom reversal that you'll see from doing this 3-day water fast. Now let's talk about something called human growth hormone. You stimulate this human growth hormone. If you're not familiar with the topic of human growth hormone, it's flowing through your body at much higher levels when you're younger, right? When your body is developing and growing. But as you age, the levels start to decline. A way that you can boost these levels back up and help you feel really good and activate that healing process in the body is by doing a fast. There's some reports that show that when doing a fast, you can actually stimulate and boost HGH in your body by up to 5 times. And this is going to promote muscle preservation, this is going to promote fat burning, and this is going to promote tissue regeneration, which is important for healing. Okay, so this is going to really give you that positive hormone boost, which is incredible because many people are paying big bucks and getting some sort of hormone replacement therapy later on in life. Whereas if you're doing these fasts, you're actually boosting these good hormones and you're doing it for free once again. Remember, there's a lot of really expensive things that you can do to promote your health and purchase and therapies and all the things, but don't forget the internal built-in system, the internal healing system that your body innately has. It's free. And not to mention, you're gonna save some money during those 3 days because you're not even purchasing food during that time. Let's talk about how fasting will actually help you detoxify your body. Now, as you know, your body has many natural detox mechanisms built in, okay? Fasting is going to give your liver, which is one of your detox organs, a break. And during this time, it's going to allow your liver to start detoxing your whole body, your blood. And you're also going to basically enhance the cellular detoxification pathways. When we are living our day-to-day lives in the very toxic environment that we live in, a lot of these detox pathways can become sluggish or even broken. So when you're fasting, you help open them back up. And this is really important. It's also important to make sure that you do proper refeeding after your fast, which we'll get to in just a moment, meaning what do you break your fast with? Very important topic. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. Let's talk about your heart health, okay? If you want to improve your heart health, and this is something that is important to me, right? I see so many males in their 50s going and having heart attacks or cardiovascular related problems. How can you boost your heart health, male or female? Well, if you do a 3-day water fast, it's been shown to reduce blood pressure, triglycerides, and also oxidative stress on the cardiovascular system. It's going to improve blood flow and overall vascular function, supporting cardiovascular wellness as a whole, right? We know that getting some cardiovascular exercise is really good for our heart health. Well, going through this 3-day fasting period where our body is just resting and healing, also extremely good for your cardiovascular health. Fasting is going to help reset your immune system, and this is done by stimulating stem cell regeneration of the white blood cells. This is very important that we understand that this happens with some of the longer duration fasts, right? Like the 3-day fast or a 4-day fast or even beyond that. Not necessarily with your 16-8 intermittent fasting, but you got to be doing those long ones. So if you're someone who's suffering from an immune system problem, these longer fasts are really going to be awesome as it helps regenerate and support some of these damaged immune cells. It's going to improve your gut health. during this time, you're going to have lower inflammation in the gut. You're going to have the gut lining start to repair itself, and you're going to also balance the microbes in your gut, which is really important, okay? Because as we're eating our standard diets these days, sometimes our microbes become very imbalanced and it affects our hormones, our immune system, inflammation in our body, and so much more. Well, fasting helps just calm that inflammation down in the gut, helps support your immune system, which 80% of your immune system is located in your gut. So this is really important. And also, it is going to help with overall digestion. You're going to find that, you're not getting so much gas and bloating and irritation and stomach aches just simply from fasting. After that, your gut is going to be in a much better place after that 3-day water fast. Now let's talk about your sleep and anxiety. Ketones have a very calming effect. Remember, I said when you're doing this 3-day water fast, your body goes into deep ketosis. Deep ketosis has this calming effect on the body and the brain, which helps alleviate anxiety and stress, and also it's going to help improve your sleep. And then this is also going to ultimately, as a whole, when you put this whole package together of all these amazing benefits we talked about, it's going to promote longevity. That's one of the things that people are opening up their wallets and throwing piles of cash at these days in order to promote longevity. Well, studies link fasting to longer lifespan, improved mitochondrial function, and reduced risk of chronic disease like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and so many others. So this is where you're going to really get this huge benefit of fasting. And as I said, it's free. All you got to do is follow some of these guidelines, which we're going to talk about. Remember at the beginning of the video, I said we need to, have a few discussions about what supplements, that sort of thing. Let's talk about that now. So what do you consume during a fast? Well, you're going to be consuming water. You can consume sparkling water. You also are going to want to put electrolytes in that water. Okay, that's going to be very beneficial to keep your energy up, keep your headaches away, keep you feeling really good. Okay, so water and electrolytes the whole time. Now, some people will drink coffee during a fast. I don't particularly recommend this. However, I find that if you're having a little bit of black coffee, it's not the end of the world, because some people want that little bit of boost and it makes it more bearable to do a 3-day water fast. So if you need a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a caffeine bump, you could do some coffee or even some green tea during this time. It's not a preference of mine. However, I live in the real world. I see patients every day. I understand where people are coming from, and this can be helpful. We also want to look at who shouldn't fast, right? There's some obvious ones there. First of all, pregnant or nursing, or if you're suffering from an eating disorder, we don't want to fast at this time. Also, if you're on medication, you really should talk to your doctor before venturing into a 3-day water fast. Now, what supplements should you take, right? This is a big question that so many of you ask. Well, the truth is that when we're fasting, we want to allow our body to heal on its own. So during this time, we aren't going to take any supplementation. Now, if you consider electrolytes supplements, then we're going to do that. Electrolytes are considered your sodium, your potassium, your magnesium, your calcium. We're going to add in electrolytes during this time because, as I mentioned, they're going to help us feel good. But overall, we stay away from supplements unless you're working with somebody and they tell you otherwise. Now, how to break your fast is another giant question. It's so important that we break our fast correctly, because if we don't, we could actually lose out on a lot of those healing benefits we just got from the 3-day water fast. So we want to break our fast gently and light. We want to consume nutrient-dense foods that are easy to digest. So micronutrient-dense berries are really awesome here. Strawberries, blueberries. We can have bone broth at this time, steamed veggies, and lean protein. One of my favorite things to have when breaking my fast is a bone broth soup. So imagine vegetable-based bone broth chicken soup. This is a great way to go about breaking your fast. So gently and light is the key here. And then after you break your fast, the following days after the fast, you want to go and consume 3 meals during those next couple days. 3 meals a day, simply because we want to make sure our body knows we're not starving here. We just went through a healing process and we're going to do it again. But right now we're taking a break from that. So make sure you go through that refeeding stage properly. And we really focus on making sure that we do those feast and famine cycles correctly, meaning that famine, that's the fast. Feast, we come back and we replenish our bodies appropriately. So these are the keys to a 3-day water fast. And doing a water fast is like hitting the reset button. You're enhancing fat burning, you're healing inflammation, you're boosting immunity, and you're clearing out damaged cells, which has a ripple effect across your entire system. This is all for free. This is your body's innate healing ability. This is what you can have from doing a 3-day water fast. And if you want to learn more about fasting, check out this video over here.